Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, the highly anticipated mid-month update, patch notes 64.1, finally here. Maybe it wasn't necessarily highly anticipated, but after looking at the patch notes myself, well, I don't like everything. There is one thing in here that I've been waiting for a long time. Long time. Well, maybe not like a long time. And you've heard me complain that it's not available. Well, it's finally available, and I like it. Kinda. I mean, I haven't exactly used it in a long time, or often at all. But, I'm excited to get back into it. I think. Now that I say that, I'm thinking, well, shit. I mean, I know what these people do. It's like, oh, they make you excited about a thing and then it sucks. Hopefully it won't suck. As I said, mid-month patch notes. Commanders Update 64's mid-month patch will not include bug fixes or improvements, but will bring with it new content. And it doesn't say specifically, but at least one or two of these things is what wasn't ready 2 weeks ago. Xindi Armadas, yay! Though probably not as bad as you're thinking right now, but I wouldn't say they're great either. New view screen video hub. Okay. G6 cloaks, yay! Gotta help the whales kill us better. G6 conversion rate change, yes, because, yeah. New primes, new refit, and more. I think that's so weird that they gotta add the "and more" there. Why don't you just say what it is? Xindi Armadas. Xindi Armadas are a new challenge for players 51 plus with the purpose of consolidating older armadas. These armadas encourage players to find new strategies and aim to save time by providing rewards from four older armadas? From four, I guess. Old armadas, as well as new rewards. In addition, there will also be G6 related rewards following the recent G6 expansion. Yep, it's the Xindi weapon, the little ball thing that shoots a big giant laser beam. Keynotes about these armadas. These armadas are meant to truly challenge the player to think creatively, as they are not easy adversaries. Be sure to assist your fellow commanders as you develop your own strategies. Now, what they mean by 51 plus, I think it suggests that the 51 plus are getting the directives, I think. Or maybe it's because they're in 51 space of Xindi land. I don't know. But if you have the warp range to get out there as a, 46, then you should be able to participate. Ship abilities for these armadas. At the start of the round, if the Xindi final weapon, and that's the name of the armada, you can see here, final weapon, is not burning, its weapon damage is increased by X%. This ability stacks infinitely with chance to increase by X%. Hooray. I looked at the uncommons. The uncommons, it's only a 30%, which isn't terrible. I mean, a 30% increase. Yeah, I mean, I guess even for like 10 rounds, it's only 300%. That's not that much. I mean, yes, it is. It will be an increase and you will take more damage, but it's not that. It just doesn't seem that much to me. Every 8th round, the Xindi final weapon fires its super weapon, dealing lethal damage for one ship. This weapon can be disabled if the Xindi final weapon is assimilated at the start of the round the weapon would fire. A couple things to note here, I guess. And I need to look up an officer here. Dealing lethal damage for one ship. I can only assume that means it'll instantly kill this ship. What ship? I don't know. Is it going to target the leader? Is it going to target the weakest? Is it going to target the strongest? I don't know. But this mechanic has been in the game. It's not like a new mechanic or new ability. So it shouldn't be too hard for us to get around. Assaults, I guess, was one of the ones that did it. But, we don't play Assault, so most of us don't even remember what the hell it did. Can be disabled if the weapon is assimilated. Now, to the best of my knowledge, there was only one officer that did assimilate, and I thought it was only good against players. And that was Dazok. He does it below deck. At the start of each round, if an opponent's hull health is... Okay, it does say if opponent's hull health is 95%, is below 95%, Dazok, at least for me at tier 3, has a 50% chance to apply Assimilate to it for 4 rounds. Okay, so I mean, now I don't know if they changed the wording or not. They changed the coding or not. Because I thought it was player. But even at tier 3 for me, I think I have a good chance of not having this super weapon. What do they call it? Yeah, super weapon. I have a good chance of this super weapon not affecting me. Because even if, I don't get it in round 8, I probably got it in round 7, or I probably got it in round 6, and it's still available for round 8. Because it does last 4 rounds. And now I assume that's what they're talking about here. I don't actually know. Though I did look at one of these things floating out here, and I looked at the ship abilities. And when it said assimilate, it was in yellow. Like how morale, hull breach, burning, and assimilate from Dazok are in yellow. So I assume Dazok is the key here. Does everybody need to run Dazok? I think everybody needs to run Dazok, but just to be safe, you should probably have 2 people run Dazok. Should be okay. At least from the super weapon. Now, do you need to run burning? I don't know. We're gonna have to figure that out. All right, let's move on a little bit. We will talk more about those armadas in later date. Xindi Armadas live in G5 space. Not sure exactly why they say it's G5 space. I mean, I found them in Xindi space. I haven't found them anywhere else. So, 2 rarities, uncommon and rare. I mean, of course. There will be a daily claim, and the rewards will be segmented by ops level range, and some of the rewards from these will include G6 materials, resources and speed ups, artifacts and temporal artifacts, ship blueprints, and more. I did the daily claim already. I got 1,000 uncommon directives. And of course, the uncommons cost 1,000 directives. Why? It couldn't just be like 1. Why does it need to be 1,000? It's so weird. It's the only reason I can think of is so they can give you 500 as a reward, and you're meant to think that it's rewarding. But you didn't actually give us a full start. Come on, tablet, I need you. Tablet's getting old. So I wanted to look up the stupid things. Okay, fine. I'll restart because the game is shit. I was going to look up the chess, but again, I'll do a video about these armadas, so it's not a huge deal that I'm not going through the chests now. The chests look okay. There are temporal artifacts in the uncommon. There is the Great Eye of Ara, or Ara, however you pronounce it, in there. You can get shards of those. There are regular uncommon credits, uncommon Armada credits. There are Bajoran uncommon credits. There are Bolo uncommon credits. And then, of course, there are rare directives. That's how you source the rare directives. Personal opinion, I think the uncommon Armada credits, I think the number there was okay. Of course, now it's back up. But no, that's the wrong button. The credits for the Bolo and the Dominion solos, I think, are too low. In my opinion, for a 57. Especially for a damn Bolo. I mean, for a Dominion solo. What does it give me? It wants to give me 8.4 million Dominion uncommon credits. And how much does... So, 8.4 Dominion uncommon credits for one chest pull there. Okay, cool, thanks. I mean, I appreciate you giving me the currency. That means I'm going to be able to pull one chest in my Bajoran store, right? No. Mine wants 12.8 for one chest. That's what I'm saying. I think they're low. Like, you can't even pull one chest. Not even one chest. It's kind of shitty, but it's my opinion. All right, well, let's go back. I'm not going to go. I'll go through it in another video. Let's get on to the other stuff. Haven't even gotten to what I'm excited about. ViewScreen. ViewScreen is an in-game video hub with the sole purpose of providing easily accessible educational content to users and to drive awareness and engagement of new features and content. The initial launch will target Ops 2 through 10, but will be routinely updated with content such as patch notes, feature spotlights, like special announcements, ships, event types, as well as higher level content. So essentially, a content creator like me, but you can view it in-game. Yeah, I guess. I kind of like, at least when I view other content creators, I have the Roku hooked up to the TV, so I watch the YouTube app on my TV instead of a computer, much bigger screen, much more comfortable on my couch. I like watching the content creator do their thing and play the game at the same time. So I don't necessarily want to watch a video in the app because then I can't, if you're watching a video in a game, you can't exactly play the game at the same time. So if that's a you thing and you like it, that's by all means, please like it. I don't really care. ViewScreen will be segmented by optional range, so the players will only see content that is relevant to them. Well, I don't really want you people deciding what content is relevant to me, but that's fine. This hub will have a direct connection with our YouTube, so if you find yourself moving up in a level segment but want to refer back to content in a previous section, that content will be still available via our YouTube channel. Wow, they're plugging their own shit. I don't really like it because I think they have a different agenda than, let's say, regular content creators that don't work for the man. They want you to buy things. Whereas most content creators that don't associate with this company are really just trying to help you or keep you coming back to their channel. All these game runners want is your money. So, I don't know that they know the game as well. I think some of them are getting there, but not really. G6 cloaks. Oh, yay. G6 people can cloak now. I'm so excited. Aren't you excited? Not only are their ships like 100 times as big as mine, but now I won't even see them coming. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, well, you better give me something just as good. You better give me something just as good. Yeah, I figured out what I really like yet. 2 prime nodes. And no, this one is not it, but this is something we've been asking for a little bit. Prime Armada command enables players to lead multiple armadas of all types simultaneously. Does not include leading multiple types of the same formation armada, which is kind of disappointing. And yes, they're going to be ops lock, ops 34, 44, 54, and 64. 4 levels to this prime. At level 1, +1 armada start. At level 2, +1 armada start. For a total of 3. At level 3, +2 armada starts for a total of 5. I'm going to think about that one for a minute. And at level 4, a +3 for a total of 8. 8. I mean, look, I appreciate them kicking the number up to 8. Do we really need to be running 8 armadas at the same time? I don't even like it when my alliance does that. I just think it's too much. I mean, if you want to run 8 armadas at the same time, by all means, go ahead. I'm not going to tell you not to. I don't know why you would want to. Because that seems very tough to manage. And at the same time, we got the Armada speed up. So why? I don't know why you would need to run 8. 5? Sure, I guess. Maybe 2 of your own up in faction space. Maybe a Eclipse Armada. Maybe a Formation Armada. And maybe you want to do solos. But that's a lot of ships, man. Like, that's a lot of ships and a lot of Armada crews. I don't know. I mean, I guess we have 8 Armada crews. But, I mean... And now we'll see how much these cost. I mean, they're going to cost money. Now, will there be a free-to-play path? I think level 1's got to have a free-to-play path like right now. And it's got to be 100 days or less, in my opinion. Because, I mean, it's just... Armadas are so old, and they keep adding to them. And we've been asking for this for at least 3 years. You got to give us the +1. Either very cheap, like the price of an extra builder or an extra research, like $20 or even less, $5. Or you got to have a free-to-play path right now. They are the little cone things, but they're the rare cone things. So there's no free-to-play path for them already. But I do think this is... I mean, it's nice. I mean, it's a little over top. I don't think we need 8, but okay. Prime Xindi Scrap Trade increases loot of Xindi Scrap output. +1 refine when refining Xindi Scraps in the Enterprise NX-01 refinery. Doubling the output. Cool, I don't even have the NX-01 yet, but thanks. New percentage leaderboards. New event leaderboard standings with percentage-based range. Players are awarded the same defined rewards for their range. During the event, players can see their current position within the standings. What? Yeah, we're just definitely going to have to wait for one of these events to populate and figure it out. Because that's really not enough information. At least for me to understand what the hell is going on. Alright. So, new refit, Columbia NX-02 doubles the output of the officer exchange containing rare and epic Voyager officers in the X-Borg faction store. Alright, cool. Whatever. Alright, so let's get to the last part of the screen. This is where my favorite thing is. I'm not going to go over the bug shit. I don't care about that. Update 64.1 also brings the following improvements. Reduces respawn times for all Franklin Delano Roosevelt and Eclipse Armadas. It's the faction Armadas, but when you write FKR like that, I don't. Which, I mean, it's nice and all that they're reducing the respawn times, but didn't they do that once already? Wait a minute. Didn't they do that twice or 3 times already? I swear they did. You got to do it again. Get it right the first time, dickheads. G6 conversion rate, they already said that at the top. And last but not least, and certainly the best in the Angry Rhino's opinion, existing but currently unsourced G4 and G5 cloaking refits in the faction store. Yeah! So exciting. I don't know why I'm that excited. I guess it's just I've been wanting this to happen for a long time. For 2 reasons. One, because I want to use cloak for my current ships. I don't want to have to cloak with some old ass, small ass ship. I don't want that. And 2, it's the progression, right? Just like primes, they come out and they're paid for. At some point, you got to make a free-to-play path, and a good free-to-play path, and relatively easy to source and easy to do free-to-play path. Finally, after, good God, how long have cloaks been around? Finally did it. Now, I haven't looked at all of the new cloaks. I have looked at the G5 rare and the G4 rare. It's kind of where they left off and where I'm at now. Hopefully, the ones in the middle are fine. I think the G5 rare cloaks are reasonably priced. They're, assuming my math is correct, they're 370,000, which sounds like a lot of credits, but based on what I have and what I think I can acquire over the weeks and the months or whatever, I think that's fine. And I don't remember, were they 160,000? I think the G4 rares were 160,000, which again isn't that bad. I mean, it's not great. I mean, of course we want it to be cheaper. I mean, of course we do. And to a certain extent, maybe we should think it should be cheaper because, like back pay. Because these should have been available in a faction store years ago. And how many people went and spent event store currency on cloaks for their ship? How many of you bought cloak in the event store this month? I hope you didn't. For the most part, I think, and my memory is also shit, so I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I say I always hate it, how they're in the event store and they're not in the faction store, so I do not endorse buying cloaks from the event store. And I hope I said that, and I hope you listen to me. I really do, because it would appear that you just wasted event store currency. Hopefully you didn't. And yeah, that's it. Like, the only thing I really give a shit about is this last thing here. Kind of excited to go play with it. And to a certain extent, what that also means is might add this event back into the rotation, because what the hell was it called? Disappearing Act or something like that, right? There was a cloak event. But as the years went on and players got higher, cloak kind of became a paid-only thing, so they stopped running the event. Maybe that brings cloak-type events back to the rotation, which is beneficial. I mean, who likes to play these same events over and over and over again? Throw in another one in there and mix it up a little bit. I think it could be good. All right, let's go back up to the top. Summarize this whole thing. So we got a new Armada, Xindi Armada, the big ball of death. Yay. Rewards seem okay. They are going to reward you some currency from older Armadas. Not that much, but we'll see how the, sourcing for the directives go. Initially, it seems like you're going to get one a day, which isn't terrible, but we'll see how this goes and how hard they are. They do have a couple weird little things about them, so we'll see how easy they are to kill. View screen type of dealio. You can watch some videos while you're in the game, which I don't think is really that good. Big prime that we've all been waiting for, and yeah, it's a prime, but starting multiple armadas is now a thing. Is it good for the game? I don't know. Look, starting one extra armada or even two extra armadas, I think is a good thing. Starting 8 is that sounds like game crash time to me, but in my opinion. But we'll see how it goes. And my favorite thing, something you've definitely heard me complain about, G4 rare and higher cloaks not being in a faction store. Now, I don't know if G6 are in there because I can't see G6, but all of G4 cloaks and all of G5 cloaks are in the faction store. And from what I can tell, they're reasonably priced. Yes, it's going to be a lot of currency to some of you, but I think they're reasonably priced. Comment below. Have you checked out those cloak prices? Do you think they're reasonably priced? Have you checked out some of these new Armada chests? Do you think the amount of currency for the old Armadas is the right amount? Or do you think it should be higher? Yeah, that's going to do it for this patch. I am probably more excited than I have been in recent months, at least. I mean, hopefully optimistically that, I'll have some good videos where I won't bitch, moan, whine, or complain that much. And I'll literally trying to figure some stuff out with some kind of neat little feature or improvement kind of thing. So maybe this next week or, the next few months or however long could be somewhat exciting, with all the cloaks and the new armadas and such. Yeah, that's it. Be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.